create an online course, but you're overwhelmed and not sure where to start? Well, it all comes down to having a process, a system that helps you know what to do first and next. So let me give you that system, which is a 6-step process that I follow for myself and my clients to create online courses with ease and grace. Now, if you're planning to create a course that's under 4 hours, which is a typical length for majority of courses, then you should be able to go through these 6 steps from an idea in your head to a full published course in just 8 weeks. So why don't we take a look at each of these steps at a high level, and then we'll take a deeper dive into each of them. First step is research to validate your course topic. Second one, creating a framework for your course. Third step, scripting. Fourth, recording. Fifth, editing. And finally, the last step is publishing. Now, if you're ready, let's take a deeper look into each of these steps. The first step is research to validate your course topic. This first step is the most important one. You should never jump into creating a course without doing proper research to find out if your course is in demand and there's an audience who's willing to pay for it. Any time spent during this step is time well spent. I guarantee you that. But many people skip this part because they think it's complicated or they don't know exactly where to look and what to look for. Essentially, your job is to find at least 3 places where your audience goes to get answers to their most annoying problems as it relates to your course topic, so you can gain clarity as to what specific problem to solve for them, or another way to put it is what specific solution to offer them inside your course. Again, to properly validate you're on the right path, you should look into at least 3 different places that your audience goes to get answers to their problems. For example, Google is one of the places a lot of people turn to when they're looking for answers to their questions. So if we can find out what your audience is specifically searching for as it relates to your course topic, your niche, that might give you valuable insight into what you should create your course on. Same goes for YouTube. That's another place your audience might be turning to when they're looking to find a solution or answer to their questions and problems. As you can imagine, this research is a deep topic in itself, but I do have another video covering 5 different research methods in detail, so be sure to check that out as well. Now, the second step in our course creation is structuring your course. Once you've landed on a specific course topic, then you need to start planning and creating. And the very first step in that planning and creation is structure or framework of your course. Just like when you're building a house, you should first lay the foundation and the rough framing, which essentially is the floor system, walls, and the roof system, before moving into other things like your interior and exterior details and finishes. Same holds true when you're creating a course. You need to first figure out what the foundation and the framing of your course looks like before proceeding with the actual contents of your course. Inside my product launch profit plan, I walk my students through several easy but very powerful exercises to figure this out. But if I had to condense all those exercises into one simple process, I suggest going back to your research and let it guide you through this process. Start by asking yourself some key questions, such as, what does my prospect's current situation look like? What's the promised end result of my course? And if I were in their shoes, what do I need to do or know to get to that end result? The answer to the last one is where you need to focus on. That should be your guide in coming up with a structure for your course. Now, the next step is scripting your course. Now that you know what path you're going to take your students through, next comes scripting out the entire content. I personally like to script out everything that I'm going to cover inside my course for 2 main reasons. Number 1, when you script out the entire content, recording goes so much faster and smoother. You'll know exactly what you're going to cover and what you're going to talk about, which eliminates any mistakes during recording and lots of redos. In some cases, I've been able to record an entire 4-hour course in just 1 day. Again, because everything has been scripted. I just need to follow my script and that's it, I'm done. Another reason is when you script out your course content, it gives you the opportunity to see how each lesson and each module fit together. It's so much easier to spot any holes or anything that's out of place. This gives you the opportunity to see all the content and make sure that you're indeed taking your students through the right path and covering exactly what's needed to give them the desired outcome. Now, the fourth step is recording. There are three main ways that you can deliver your course. Talking head is one way. That's basically just you facing the camera and delivering the content, just like I'm doing here in this video. Now, early on, I used to use a fancy camcorder to record my talking head videos. However, over the last 3 years, I've been using my smartphone. Smartphones' camera lenses have improved significantly, and for most part, the quality is just as good as a fancy camcorder. The plus side of using your smartphone for recording your talking head is that there are many great teleprompter apps allowing you to import your script and record right there from the app, from your smartphone, which not only saves you time, but makes recording so much easier. The second course delivery method is using a presentation. This is where you show a slideshow or pictures or videos while talking over it. This is a great method, especially when you're covering a lot of information. Using a presentation helps to engage your students visually as well as auditory. Now, the last delivery method is over the shoulder. This is where you share your screen as you show them something on your screen. For example, if I wanted to show you how to set up your teleprompter app, I could do that, right, by sharing my screen as I launch the teleprompter app and walk you through the entire setup process. So these are the three main delivery methods. I personally think a great course should include all three methods, allowing you to keep your students engaged with you and your course content. Now comes step 5 in our course creation process, which is editing. Once you're done recording your course, now comes editing. If you scripted your entire course content and have used a teleprompter app to record it, then for most part, there isn't a whole lot of editing to do. That's another reason that I love to script out my entire course content. There's so many great tools to help you with editing your course. My favorite, which happens to be also free, is called Active Presenter. It has a ton of features allowing you to create beautiful and polished finished product. Camtasia is another one that I've been using for a while. It's not free, but it's more robust than Active Presenter. Again, there's so many more editing tools, so do your own research. And my recommendation is to go with a tool that's not too complicated, because at the end of the day, all you really want to do is cut out the bleeps and mistakes from your video, add an opening and closing frame to each video, and also be able to merge various video and audio pieces if you happen to do different delivery methods for the same video lesson. All right, now we're at the last step, which is publishing your course. When I started my journey in online training about 10 years ago, there weren't that many course publishing options available. Now, on the other hand, it's a totally different story, and there's just way too many choices to choose from. Now, generally speaking, though, you have 3 publishing options. First one is third-party marketplaces. These are platforms such as Udemy or Skillshare with collection of courses from instructors around the world on various topics. You can host your course on their platform for free and can benefit from their student base to get enrollments to your course or courses. The downside of this publishing option is that you won't have access to your students should you want to sell other courses that's outside of their platform. The second publishing option is third-party hosting places such as Teachable, LearnWorlds, Podia, or so many more. This is just like having your own website. You set up your own school with your own branding and sell as many courses as you like in your school. Now, there's a monthly cost to hosting your course on these platforms, but the upside is that you have complete control over your course and your students. The last publishing option is self-hosting. For most part, these fall under WordPress plugins such as LearnDash or LMS Lite. You pay once for the plugin and you can host unlimited courses on your own site, which eliminates the recurring monthly cost. But the downside is that you're responsible for installing and configuring the entire thing yourself, or pay a developer to do that for you. Best thing to do is spend some time to think about your short-term and long-term goals and also your business plan, and pick an option that supports those goals and plans. So there you have it, 6 steps to creating and publishing your own online course. Now, if you're you're thinking about creating an online course, or if you've been stuck in course creation, I do have a free course creation toolkit for you. It includes all the templates, guides, and checklists that you need to properly plan, create, market, and sell your course. All you have to do is follow the guides and templates, fill in the blank, and you're done. So be sure to grab it. The link is in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you lots of success in your course creation journey.